T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and lift off.
Coming up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up.
Shaka Value Radio, where the goal is local to global. Deals and drills are in full effect.
Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in to Shaka Value Radio. I'm your facilitator, Shak, and again, I greatly appreciate you being here because you could have been anywhere else. It's raining out here, or where I'm at. The weather's not the best. So yeah, you inside, and we vibing out tonight together. We got a dope topic tonight. We're talking about leadership. What does that look like to you, right? What is what type of leadership are you looking in looking for in your relationship? What does leadership look like to you in your relationship? En masse, what does leadership look like, right? So we're going to talk about that, and also we have a viewer submitted topic. We're going to talk about as well. That ties into that because it's basically asking, who are you following, right? So we're going to speak about that, right? So everybody wants a good leader, but how many of us are good followers, right? Everyone wants heaven, no one wants dead. Let me tune into the chat real quick. Good brother Ed, how you doing? Good brother Darryl, what up? What up? Christina, how you doing? J&A, what up? I greatly appreciate y'all being here. Do me a favor, tag and bag, let people know why we here, where we are, and what we're doing, right? In the meantime, I'm gonna get everybody a chance to get their year right so we can all year together. So in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna show some love. We got a lot of music on the show tonight. People were sending music all the way up to this afternoon, and but yeah, everybody ain't make it. But shout out to all the artists we got on tonight. I'm gonna shout out the artists right now. We got Scotty Black on tonight. We got Life the Oracle on tonight. We got Tyrant on tonight. We got Tate Anthol. We got Jay Royale. Who else we got? We got Lovely Lay. We got Supreme Leviathan. We got Hawk Spitter. So yeah, it's going down, man. And I think I doubled up on somebody. Let me make sure I got everybody I'm supposed to have. But yeah, I think I'm missing somebody. But in the meantime, between time, is that 318? Because I think this, yeah. We got Yo twice. So I'm gonna go in there and fix that. I'm gonna fix that. But when we come back, we got a whole listen, the lineup is dope. Tick was good. But let me show some love real quick, man. Let me show some love to let's do this. Let's show some love to Evie Newman, The Dating Game. I like this song. Here we go.
She outside her oldest daughter, watch her baby brother. Acting sedity, selling niggas, no 50-50. She charging for her close friends when she show her titties. Just got her body done, now she selling it. Paying for a blue check, now she relevant. Linked in her bio, she creating content. Barely making money, just DM likes and comments. Party section with the bottle. Orange car full of fun. Strictly for the big timers, no nickel and diamonds. If you match her with designer, she give up vagina. Living in her second childhood, chasing clout. Generational curses, same old route. Raising a daughter in her image, not the best. Dressing her son like all the niggas in her life and life.
All you need is a nice car. Always with a box prize.
now we acting like a killer. Fake haters, baby mother, but she take care of that nigga. Her car, her clothes, her shoes, her phone, her house, her life. So much better when he gone. Never gonna leave him alone, cause the love in her. Plus he hit her, so she scared he a crazy nigga. Niggas get crazy with him, but he talk loud. Her brother wanna kill you, but she saved your life, so he chillin'. It would be different if you had a decent job. Christmas time, no gifts, blame it on child support. Now he gotta go to court, mad at his other baby mother, cause she moved on, found love, then got married up. Your oldest son ain't answering your text. Now you telling all the family she keeping them, believing that if it wasn't for that nigga brainwashing them, then you would be a way better father to your son.
You wanna be a hot boy, but you broke. You acting like you got a felony.
It's child support.
She really wanna tell you leave,
Because you don't.
you gotta think and you the one,
But you a broke.
All right, man. Again, that was Evie Newman. He calls that the dating game. Shout out to Evie Newman. I believe his project is called is it Lifestyle of a Billionaire? Part 2, I think. Well, Life and Times, I think. Don't mind me, y'all. Either way, Evie Newman, go look him up. He's on all platforms. And I believe I'm somewhere in the ballpark of the name of the project. Shout out to ATA, Amade de Apostle. Appreciate you as always, good brother. Let's get into it. I'm gonna ask the chat a question. I need y'all to chime in. Ladies, I'm gonna have a specific question for y'all. I'm really gonna need input on this. Again, I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to talk with you, right? Did I say that right? Brain cells die every day. Shout out Simba. So here's the question. When you hear leadership, what comes to mind, right? What do you think about when you think about leadership? And also, what do you think about when you think about the difference between leadership and partnership? What's the difference between leadership and partnership? And what do you when you think of the word leader or the term leader or even the personification of leader, what does that look like to you? And what's the difference between leadership and partnership? Let's go, people. I need to hear it. Talk to me. Talk to me. And if I was thinking, I would have gave y'all that question before we went into the song, to give y'all time to try to digest that, right? But yeah, talk to me about that. Like when you hear the word leadership, what does that mean to you, right? And again, what is the differences between leadership and partnership in your opinion? To as best as you can regurgitate that, right? Talk to me, chat. That's the topic tonight. Leadership. What does this look like to y'all? Because a lot of people say they want leadership. A lot of people say they want to be leaders. However, what does this really look like, right? What does this really look like? Talk to me, chat. I'm not here. I'm not here right now in this moment for a shock value, right? I'm not here in this very moment, right in this second at 8:13 or so. I'm not here for a shock value. I want to hear from the chat. So Darryl Chapman says leadership is leadership is pushing upright living, while partnership is based on equal understanding. Okay. Simba says you can't be a leader and liked all the time. MFs want to be completely loved while leading. Okay. So Simba's saying they're both giving, I think even in Simba's explanation, I think Simba is even saying the partnership part is, I guess, can lead more to the feelies. I think is that where you going, Simba? Are you doing the duel? You know what I mean? Are you alley-ooping to yourself on this one? Let's see. Tick says a leader will not be liked by all, may be respected, but not always liked. Would partnership be considered 50-50? No, not necessarily. Well, yes, it can be, but no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. And now I'll tap into that. Somebody remind me to come back to ATA's comment. Ed says a leader leads in several ways. Sorry, the comments keep moving. A leader leads in several ways: spiritual, mental, physical, but most of all, living right, doing the right things for the right reasons, doing what's right and not what's popular. Okay, leadership is guidance and helpfulness. Partnership is both are in agreement. Popped in late. Jay Murder, what's good? How you doing, sir? The topic is leadership. So right now we're talking about what does leadership look like, right? And also, what's the difference between leadership and partnership? Not necessarily funds, but thoughts and decisions. So yeah, 50-50 is egalitarian. And we'll talk about that. And that's more on the partnership. So yes, that if we're speaking about that, then yeah. However, 50-50 in funds does not necessarily dictate that is a egalitarian dynamic, right? Because even in the 50-50 funds, right, or even 50-50 responsibilities, right, there still can be a leader, right? And we'll get into that a little bit. Simba says he feels like sometimes people get sick of their partners, but when you love your partner, you allow them to lead with respect, even if you're upset about decisions. I think it's the opposite. I think if you respect your partner, you'll allow them to lead. Okay, Jay Murder, you're getting close. You know, hot peas and butter. You're getting close, baby. You're getting close. So with that said, hold on, we have somebody, we got JB, coming into the show. Jay Bizzle, how you doing?
Good, I'm good, man. I had to jump in here on this one.
yeah. I thought you would have jumped in last week on the last week we was cooking, baby. We was cooking last week. So while I'm gonna let JB say what he wants to say, but here's the next point. While because we got a good start right now. Here's the next point. Ladies, women, what do you a few things, ladies. Number one, well, one with subsections, right? Number one, do you want a man this ideally, would you like a man physically more imposing than you? Ideally, would you want that? Ideally, would you want a man this I'm gonna dare to say this, and I'm gonna say this hoping that my community is mature and held up enough to receive this in the way that is being given. Do you want a man this smarter than you, right? And when I say smarter than you, I mean is able to show you and lead you and tell and teach you things that you didn't know, right? They put you on the path that you may not have been on, or elevate the path that you are on. Do you want a man in this mentally position like that, right? And again, this is ideally. Do you want those things? And then fuck it. Just, we got to throw this in. Would you like, ideally, this man to make more money or at least as much as you? Ideally, right? Ideally. Is that something you want? So while y'all stew on that, JB, what you got for us on so I mean, you jumped in. You ain't even got to jump in. You ain't got to catch that.
This is a great subject. This rabbit hole goes real deep.
Okay. So talk to me. So again, you don't even have to address the alley-oop I just threw up. You can come in based off of what you came in on initially.
No, that's cool. So I really just wanted to drive home a couple quick points. One, there are many different types of leaders. You know what I mean? And I think that it's important to identify that first. I mean, look at the president. He's a leader, right? But he's not
Position wise.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, as it pertains to relationships, that whole 50-50 thing, I've never been a fan of, because by design, we're not 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I like to add the word functional leadership, because that role will switch off. You know what I'm saying? A woman can never lead me on how to birth a baby.
Dynamics can change.
You got that.
Dynamics
You're the leader.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Depending on what's going on.
That's because
to your other points, like the preference of, would you rather whether one person should make more money than the other, or who's smarter than the other, that switches back and forth, and that brings health to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'll teach you, you'll teach me, I'll learn from you, you'll learn from me. We'll have debates. Whereas partnership is more of an individualized effort. Like, yo, let's go 50-50. I got mine, you got yours. We'll come together, we'll do things, we'll accomplish things. But at the beginning of the day, because I get up early, this is me over here. And a relationship shouldn't be like that. A relationship is like a swimming pool. And if we both in a swimming pool and you like, look, this is my side of the swimming pool, you go pee over there in that side of the swimming pool. Ain't it the same water? Like, what are we doing here? So, yeah, I'm not going to go too deep. Leadership, different types, different styles. We don't want to get into alpha, sigma, all of that kind of stuff. But, and something, a Shaka pit is lead, follow, or get the fuck out the way, right?
Yep.
That's how I like to look at relationships and partnerships. If it's a business situation, what kind of relationship is it going to be? Am I going to be a leader? Am I going to be a follower? Am I going to learn something? Or is it just fee for service? Is it transactional partnership?
So
you know what I mean?
So let me ask you
That's
this.
it. That's all I got.
So let me ask you this, because I heard something I want to touch on that you said. So you said, well, two things. Number one, you definitely have in your statements made a distinction between relationship and partnership. You made a distinction in that. And you also said that 50-50 is, again, goes back to that partnership, right? What you say you're not a fan of in relationships. This is what I'm getting from you. You're not a fan of the 50-50s in relationship because it automatically makes it a partnership, and there needs to be some type of leadership at the end of the day. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I've heard from you. And if I'm tripping, tell me to tie my shoes. Okay. 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 All right. So let's. Hey, Duchess, how you doing, sweetheart? This is a great point that Jay Murder. So now we're going back to what JB was saying that I totally agree on, and I've been speaking about for the totality of our airing. Subject matter experts matter, right? So what JB was saying, okay, well, in this relationship, there may be something that the different people are leading, which is what Jay Murder is I think is Jay Murder saying. He's saying leadership can be delegated, but not, it's always not going to be an agreement. Whereas partnerships always lead with amicable agreements, right? And I got a hard question for y'all. I'm gonna put out a hot take. I'm gonna put out for y'all that I heard somewhere else, but I'm gonna put out for y'all. Because this partnership and leadership, right? Partnership and relationship rather. Mute me, Bizzle. Mute the show. Leadership. Got to mute the show, Bizzle. You got to mute the show, Bizzle. Put headphones on or something. I can't. I shouldn't hear myself on the feedback. So here's the question, and I do have a video for y'all. Here's the question. You know what? I'm gonna put the question out, and then I'm gonna play the video. Here's the question. And this is going to be the difference between a relationship and a partnership, in my opinion. You're married. You have a child. Your child is sick. The wife feels like this is the way to go. The husband feels like this is the way to go. Someone has to make a decision. The decision has to be made. You both have opposing decisions, right? You over here, she's over here. We should go see. We should go do plan A. We should do plan B. What plan are you doing? And that's the question. That's the question. Don't talk to me now. I'll be back with this. But that's the question, y'all. Because at the end of the day, a decision has to be made. And there is no compromise on this decision because it's either this or it's that. What are we doing? I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Yeah. I'm not playing with y'all tonight, y'all. I'm not playing with y'all tonight. We're going to get down into the yeah. Here we go, y'all. Let's talk about this leadership thing on the other side. Shaka Value Radio.
Okay. So in that sense, if I'm coming into a new relationship and I already do everything and I'm used to doing everything and you don't take anything off my plate as far as doing everything, even if that means you're not paying for the outsourcing of me to, hey girl, can you come over and do that thing you do when you're in my house and when you leave it's clean like magic? Okay. Then what is the point of you? Why do I have to be held accountable to somebody who's not changing my life? And why would I follow your lead if I don't feel like you're going anywhere? So now men don't know how to lead because I don't have anyone who will follow, but I'm not having anyone who follow because I'm not exhibiting the leadership qualities, but because you're not giving me an opportunity, but because I don't know how to be a man, because I was probably only raised by my mom, and my mom doesn't know how to be a man because it takes a man to raise a man. And it's like this, it's this never ending story of now I can't be a leader because she won't let me lead her because she saw her mom work 3 jobs and she knows how to do everything all by herself. And here I come as the man, and I don't know how to be a man because I was raised by my mom. And now that I'm raised by my mom and I'm being a man, and I don't have any leadership qualities because I never led anybody, but now I also don't have the wherewithal to take on any of the things off of your plate. And I feel like I'm not taking those things off my plate. So you don't see me as a leader, and you continue to go in your masculine, and you continue to do all the things, and you do live your life according to, I don't need you, but I want you. And that's a good place to live, because should you be dependent on anybody? No. But I feel like the power dynamic of all the things that happen is because women, we don't let men lead, and men, they don't want to be leaders. The beautiful part about surrendering to your man or submitting to a man who's led by the right thing is, if this sink goes down, it's not my fault. I'm not the captain. I'm not the captain.
That's a fact.
I did not lead us into detriment.
Okay, feminism is a scam.
Feminism is a scam. I do not want to be independent. I want to be so codependent. I need my husband. I want my husband. I want to follow his lead. That's how God created me. He created me in a way to follow. He created me as a helpmate. He created me as an opposite to Adam, right? If women could be a woman, if women acted like women
instead of men,
because
they're acting like men,
we'd have better men.
Okay. So it's a lot there. It's a lot there. She touched on men not being able to lead, not knowing how to lead. And women not allowing men that space without a fight. So, and she's right. It is a cycle, right? It is a cycle. You'll have the strong, independent woman raising these fuck boys who turn out to be the men that they didn't like in the first place. And now, again, she's right. It's this never ending cycle, right? Until someone decides to jump the fuck off the gerbil wheel, right? Until we as a collective sign back up for the social agreement, right? And get off this fuck shit gerbil wheel, right? No, agreed. Simba, broke clocks are right twice a day. I say that all the time. And a lot of these people who are giving advice, again, you got to always consider the source, right? However, some of these topics we use as topics. We don't use as gospels. We use it as conversation pieces. Because a lot of these people, they're unmarried. A lot of these people, they're not in long-term relationships. A lot of these people, they're not walking what they're talking. So no, I'll grant that. However, there were points there. There were points there, and it goes back to what JB was saying about something that I've been saying for over 30 years, right? Lead, follow, or get the fuck out the way, right? So if you say you here's the wild shit. I think men and women are looking for what they're looking for, right? And they're looking for things that remind them of good shit, right? So if you had a healthy relationship with your father, right? You had a 2-parent household. You're looking for that type of father, right? You're looking for the father who did A, B, and C. If you came from that type of household, then then the mother, you came from a mother that nurtured. You came from a mother that cooked. You came from a mother that covered you in a certain way, right? So you're looking for that, or in your spouse. You're looking for that in your mate. There's nothing wrong with that, right? However, we got to be honest with that. So if a woman is looking for that from a man, then you can't call him a fuckboy because he's looking for that from a woman. Oh, I'm not your mother, but you're looking for me to be as your father, to protect you, to provide for you, to teach you, to do these things that your father did for you. So it's not bad. Why is it bad for a man to want a woman who does those things to remind him of the dope things his mother did? So I don't think there's a problem there. I think we just all need to be honest about that. So again, if you're looking for someone to lead you, then you may just have to fall the fuck back and be led. If you want to lead someone, then you might have to step the fuck up and lead. Right? So we have to be, again, my thing is always going to go back to the honesty about these things. You can't tell me, you can't talk to me about egalitarian systems when you want a leader. We can't talk about egalitarian. We can't talk about partnerships when you want a leader. Now, again, it goes back to the type of leader that JB put on the table, right? It goes back to the type of leader, right? However, you do want a leader. Cool. However, you have to act like you want a leader in all forms and fashions. You have to act like you want a leader. You have to be a good follower. You have to be a dope supporter. That's what you have to do. And in times, you have to be a good leader because they're going to be. I have a staff right now. I damn sure don't do everything. You understand, Bizzle? As the leader, I don't do everything. The shit wouldn't get ran if I'd had to do everything. However, there's people in place that do things that they do well that I don't do. I step back because that's what and I actually brought you on to do that. I brought you on to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So
Thanks.
So now am I just in there heavy-handed? You know what I mean? Am I in there just heavy-handed, going full Adolf? No. I'm taking input. There's certain things that I'm deferring to that I'm not even making the call on. Right? There's certain things I'm not even making the call on. Because I'm allowing that's your wheelhouse. So you're running that. However, at the end of the day, I'm gonna make the final call on this. At the end of the day, you know what, Simba, that's a good idea, bro. You know what? That makes sense. However, we're gonna go this way because of A, B, or C, or X, Y, and Z. Duly noted, though, Simba. Appreciate you. Right? On the next one, Simba's idea may be the one, or that same idea may come back and work in another instance. However, I got to make this call. So now let's go back to this. Let's go back to what we were speaking about, the hard decisions. And again, if that scenario I gave y'all was too hard, it was so hard. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm gonna throw you a lifeline. It's not a life or death decision. It's about moving to a new location. It's about buying a car. It's about buying a house. Who makes the calls? And again, I'm saying this because the leader has to make the call. Whoever that leader is has to make the call. Because there's times when it's not gonna be able to be, okay, we'll do it some my way and some your way. There's sometimes it's gonna be, no, this is the way it has to be done, or this is the way I believe it should be done. And as a follower, you're gonna have to ride with that. And if it doesn't go, then that's why the leader's shoulders should be broad and strong, because that's who it falls on. That's who it falls on. Right? So Simba, I'm with you. Again, I'm not here speaking on any type of heavy-handed thing where people's values don't count. People's perspectives don't count. People's input don't count. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you are a leader and you have leadership and you have someone in the leadership position, they are the ones who are going to make those hard calls. They're the ones who are in the position to make the hard calls. And in an egalitarian system, how is that done? And this is not even me being facetious. This is a literal question. How is that done? Can someone answer to me that? Because I don't see it right here in front of me. So if there's something, put it right in front of me. Let me see this. Because I may be tripping. However, I don't see how a call like that is made in the egalitarian system. Especially with a two-person egalitarian system. What's the committee, Bizzle? What's the committee? Right? Oh, I got you muted because you got me playing out your speakers. So I unmuted. So now, is done believing in values? Yes. So is done believing in values? Yes. However,
you're absolutely right. I mean, and I guess there's another word, and that's the quality of the leadership. That's why I use the president as an example. You know what I'm saying? There's
let me stop you real quick.
Say, yeah, I'm the leader. I'm the alpha male. I'm the guy that's in charge.
Let me stop you real quick. Number one, people, again, for the president, people voted to put that leader in. So here's the other thing. This wife voted to put you in.
Facts.
So that's how. I'm not speaking about any unhealthy situation, right? I'm not speaking about any toxic shit, right? I'm not speaking about any shut up, bitch. You don't talk. I'm not saying that. I'm not speaking about 3 steps behind me, ho. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a leader or not. There's a leader or not, right? And I'm saying if women are saying they want a man to be a leader, then that comes with you being a follower.
Yes, it does. However,
I'm listening.
You got to ask this question.
I'm listening.
Why? Because the sister alluded to something in that video, which I don't know if a lot of people picked up on, but I think she said something like, and I'm paraphrasing, if the dude, like drives us off a cliff, or if he crashes the boat or something like that, no cap, it wasn't me. Oh, so you want to go into the situation with the mindset of no accountability on my side?
Well, I don't. So my flip side of that is, as the leader, shit. That's how I'm thinking about it. If it goes
cool with that.
If it go down, shit. Like you know what I mean? Like
I'm cool with that. But you can't have it both ways, right? You can't say, all right, you're gonna be the leader. I'm not going to have the accountability. And then when I go, okay, we're going to go crash into that wall because I'm the leader, damn it. Don't get your man on now and say, oh, hold up, nigga, what you talking about?
No. So I'm with you. So that goes back to, so for instance, I'm a leader in the leadership chain, right? I'm not the top leader, right? So I have leadership that I have to follow, right? And sometimes I'm like, I wouldn't have did it that way. However, you're in charge, and we go rock out this way, right? And if it goes south, right? I hope it don't go south, but if it goes south, well, we do know that it was your call. I know you can't look at me like, damn, Shak, you let me do this. I know you ain't gonna look at so for me it wasn't nefarious. It's more so, listen, hey bro, you got it. I gave it to you, right? So even if I gotta come and do fumble recovery, which is what happens, right? Damn, my leader made a bad call, so now it's 8 pits. I need you to A, B, and C. All right, cool. But again, I'm on this team. I signed up to be on this team. And okay, sometimes the leader is not going to make all calls, ain't going to be the right call.
Facts.
And okay. I'm okay with that. And if I'm not okay with that, then I go get another job. And guess what? This is also why I vet everything the same fucking way. Right? So I'm not just jumping into a job that I don't plan to be at. Right? I don't plan on jumping on a relationship or getting married. So my thing is better to get better. So again, and it's funny, I actually spoke about this and I was in a therapy session earlier, and I spoke on this. I spoke on one of the things with me is respecting with respect. And what does respect look like for me? It's acknowledging who the fuck I am. It's acknowledging my track record. It's acknowledging that you know what I do and what I won't do, and don't you talk to me like fucking dark-skinned Jermaine. Don't you deal with me? Don't you deal with me like Tavon? Don't you do that, right? So if you signed on to my team, then you know what this is about. You know what this is about. So you only trust me when you agree with me, or you only follow me when you agree with me. You understand? Then that's not real trust. That's not real trust. That's not you're not really relinquishing the leadership, bro. You really backseat driving, or you waiting to grab the wheel. Relax. Cause guarantee I'm the type of leader to be like, hey yo, can you come up here and drive? Right. I'm the type of leader like, yo, take the keys. I need to get in the back. I'm the type of leader like, take the keys. I'm not going. Go ahead. Right? So that's my thing. Vet better to get better, and then you're not out here being like hedging your bets or again, my opinion on this egalitarian approach to marriage and relationships is trauma responses. You don't want to be controlled because of you don't want to lose your, it's these are for me. This right now, people, is a shock value. Let me say that, right? This is a shock value, right? For me, that's you're drawing these hard boundary lines because you've been crossed or done unfair somewhere. So you want to make sure you have equal because you. So you're not going into that in a healthy manner in the first place. And again, this is a shock value, right? This is me, y'all. And I say that because I can follow. As a man, I can follow. Right? I've had this is gonna sound bad. I'm gonna put I've had leaders in the military that were women. I've had NCOs that were women, and I've actually had officers that were women. Especially I was a combat medic, so I had nurses who were automatically lieutenants. Right? I had doctors who were automatically captains. Right? So I had that, and then I also had some non-commissioned officers, some sergeants, and stuff like that. So I followed women. And let me tell you, a lot of times begrudgingly, because they were whacked out. They were super emotional. They were super temperamental. It was a bunch of like, come on, Sarge, for real? Hi, whatever. It was a bunch of that. And guess what? I still fucking followed. Right? And I cleaned up where I had to clean up. Right? I supported the mission. Because I was the leader.
You know what, Shaka? That's a good example. It's a great example. As you know, we both served in the military, so I could bore you to death with hours of that. But at the beginning of the day, something that I learned in the military is that when I had leaders like that I was like, damn, this cat really don't know how to manage people or and making bad calls. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to get to a point, I'm going to get enough rank to where I can make those calls and make those decisions. And to me, that equates with being a man, manhood. I don't want to go too deep again, but when you're a man in a leadership role, now you can delegate. You can switch that off. You can say, you know what? yeah, I'm in charge. I'm running the show. I, me. But a great leader is us, we.
Yes. No,
So
a billion percent, a
yeah,
billion percent, a
yeah. So
billion percent.
understanding that, it's like the movie Aliens. It was a part in that movie, if anybody watches Aliens, whatever. But the little girl they found a little girl alive on the ship, and she had been evading the aliens, and they were like,
Yeah.
man, how's the little girl doing that? And they were like, I don't know. They were like, yo, put her in charge.
Yeah.
That role, it depends on the circumstance, the situation, and what's going on.
No, a billion percent, a billion percent. And so it's like I definitely want to before I move. I'm going to make sure that I let y'all know where I am on leadership, though, because again, it is definitely shared responsibilities. It can be dynamic, initiative, right? It's about the us, right? It's about the totality, the team, the mission. Right, it's not about the ego of the leader or anything of that nature. So even the call that the leader makes should not be from that space. It should be because I believe this is the right thing to do according to the math that I've done. Right, and it should be. And someone touched on accountability, a billion percent account, and that's what I'm talking about. Business, like the accountability is like, yeah, if it goes south, I'm gonna take the hit.
Eat that.
Right. And you've said that I know you said that in a personal manner. I know you've said that in a professional manner. Like, hey, this the call, fam. If it goes south, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you on the 5th floor, right?
Right.
I'll take the elevator to the 5th floor and talk to you if it goes south, right?
Right.
But guys, I'm gonna stop you, but because I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. Let me read your whole shit first, because I just did a Shaka Pitts. I'm a context skimmer, right? But however, I'm great at it. But let me just make sure. Yeah. So there we go. So let me say this. That's a little problematic, guys. That's a little problematic, and I knew from the first sentence, but I wanted to be fair, right? You have to be able to follow. You have to be able to follow to be a good leader. I'm not saying that you have to be following people, right? You hear me? Does that make sense, Bizzle? I'm not saying you should be following people. I'm saying you have to be able to follow.
Absolutely.
Able to be a good leader. So everyone don't think like everyone. However, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of being a good leader, of recognizing the dopeness in that and where you could pull some shit out of, right? So just be careful about that, brother, because that's a path of single. That's a path of single in a lot of forms and fashions, right? Like, so that's a total solo me, and that doesn't lead to being a good leader, right? I'll say this, and I've said it on record: a good leader has about 4 out of the 6, narcissistic characteristics, yo. But those other 2, you gotta leave the fuck to the side, yo, because now you Trump, now you're Hitler, right? You know what I mean? Other than that, you Martin Luther King, you Obama, you're whatever good leader, right? That you could think of, right? So you have to have some form of, I can do this shit, and I don't know how many can do this like me. Cool, but to totally like block out other shit and be like, you can't follow anyone, and then be careful on that. That's a slippery slope. That's slippery.
Very slippery.
That's slippery.
Very, very slippery.
That's slippery.
You got to be able to self-assess at all times.
Yes.
Like you said, man. You know what I'm saying? Like going to therapy is wonderful. All kind of tools. There's a tool that I love to use. I'm sure you've heard it before. SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. When you're in a dynamic group of people or an environment, that's what you do. You look, you read the room, you know, who's oh, this guy is good at this. This gal is good at this. Oh, this cat is weak in that. Oh, here's an opportunity for us to do this because we got these strengths in the room. Oh, this is a threat. Constant self-assessment, not only of external but internal. Like you said, be a narcissist to the cows come home. That's great, but be able to check yourself and be introspective enough to say, okay, if I were following me, would this be a good call? Would this be a good situation? Would I feel good about what I'm saying right now? Which sounds a little crazy, but that's what you kind of have to do at all times in your relationship, at work, whatever the dynamic is in your business. It's day to day.
A billion percent. Again, and even is the person making the call, right? There's ways you do that, right? There's again, because if you have a team, if you're a leader of something, then you have other things involved, right? Besides yourself. So that has to be factored in. Has to be factored in. Now there's a line that it stops being factored according to the mission, right? There's a line where that fact, like, I don't factor that in. However, the mission supersedes this part right here. So therefore, duly noted, right? I'm not going. It's not pushed aside. I'm duly noted, and I'm gonna give you a however, right? I'm not even gonna butt you, right? I'm not gonna butt you, which is a dismissal. I'm gonna however.
However, comma.
Yeah, I'm gonna however, right? So now we talking ATA. We talking ATA. So listen, I have meetings and things like I deal with personalities and characteristics every day from the youth that I'm in charge of and the staff that I have. So I like, and I gotta check people. I gotta lead people, right? I have to help people grow. I have to do all these things and still get the mission accomplished, right? So there is a point where this will get so far if it doesn't match this, right? This has to match this, or else we're going with this, and that's what a leader looks at all the time. And people under that are not looking at it with that vision. Why? Because they're not the leader. And I think those things, like people really, the disrespect is giving the following is horrendous. The disrespect is giving to following. Like, so you want to lead who, nigga? Who? You? Ain't nobody gonna be a follower. We got all leaders. Everybody's a leader, right? And that's ridiculous. That's the JP. That's the same thing as everybody kingpin. Ain't nobody on the block, huh, Bizzle? Ain't nobody doing hand to hand, huh? Ain't nobody selling dime bags. Nobody. Great. Nobody. So this is what I'm saying, yo. Like, being a follower is being disrespected, right? I appreciate and value a dope follower. A dope follower makes me a dope leader. You know how much I shine because of the people that follow me, right? I shine because of that. Right? So how can I not value them? How can I not value them? I'm a horrible leader if I have horrible followers. My program is terrible if my people don't buy into if my people don't buy into my system, Bizzle, right? If they don't buy into my system, if they don't trust who I am, if they don't trust what I do, if they don't believe in what I do, if they don't see the vision, I look bad.
Facts.
So how dare y'all disrespect followers? How dare you disrespect followers? Right?
You know what? You should also, even as a leader, aspire to be a follower of a leader greater than you.
Of a leader greater than you. And this is where I'm going back to. Right? This is what I'm going back to. And Daryl Chapman, no, we're still talking about leadership. And there wasn't this wasn't a leadership. See, narcissism is not the way, but it's also like this dirty word that y'all throwing around. You know, do your really go do your research past the podcast, past this podcast. And I didn't say I said narcissism traits of narcissism, traits of a narcissist. Right? There's certain. It's a scale. It's a scale, and every leader that you fucking followed happily, have these characteristics. Every single one that you followed happily have these traits. I'm saying there's some additional traits that completes the fucking circle that you don't want no parts of. That's what I'm saying. So trust and believe, right? Trust and believe.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show there, man, because you're right. I say in the last 2 to 3 years, everybody has learned the word narcissism. And for some reason,
it's
now
been about 5 years.
Yeah.
It's around
so now it's a standalone title. Oh, he's a narcissist.
Yeah.
She's a narcissist.
It's
a descriptor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a trait. It's a narcissistic trait of something else. What's better is what we're talking about. The dynamics of leadership. You know, if you really want to do your studies about, that's narcissistic. Nah. What type of leader are you, or is that person? You know, are they alpha? Are they a beta? Are they a sigma? Are they, all of the above? Are they some of these? Like you said, offline. Go do your homework.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger than Nino Brown, and again, I've if you go back on some of my old shows, I'm talking about Real Talk with Spitz McMahon. I've brought that up. So and that was 2015 or so. So this is not new. This is not this is not new for me. The phrase, the terminology, the bastardizing, none of it. Even the people making money off of it being clinical, right? Even that. So a lot of these disorders are now disorders because of they're popular, and it's a way to listen. I remember a time every fucking body had asthma, so leave me alone, y'all. I remember when everyone was bipolar. Remember that? Yeah. Remember when everyone was bipolar? Remember that? So I'm good.
And every 10 or 20 years, there's something else like restless leg syndrome.
Good.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, like I'm good. I'm good. So however, this topic of leadership isn't about men versus women. It's about leadership. It's about if you say you want a leader, then you need to fall back and be a follower. And if you want to be and if you say that you're going to be a leader, then you need to step up and lead. You can't expect people to follow you and you back there with them, right? You can't expect that. And that's why I asked with the ladies earlier, what did they want? Like, did they, ladies say they want a leader. They want men to be leaders. Well, then ladies, that means you're going to have to fall back. That means, ladies, you're gonna have to put yourself in a position to be chosen by a man for the long term, right? Because again, I've said it before. Y'all don't pick who puts a ring on you. You don't pick who puts a ring on you. You don't do that. Right. Oh no, dyslexic too. Dyslexic was the other one. Everyone was bipolar, dyslexic, autistic. Autistic is one now, and everyone is given their kid. And I will say there is a lot of there's a lot of that there's a lot of babies being born with problems. I will say in the last decade or so. I will say that. So I don't want to downplay it. However, we do know. I remember saying again back in the Real Talk with Spitz McMahon days, knowing how bipolar was the new asthma. You know what I mean? Because I remember that everybody got asthma. Oh, I got asthma. I got asthma. I got asthma. Then everybody was bipolar. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, life. You missed the whole. You jumped in on the tail end. Life. You jumped in the tail end. So as far as who else are you listening to, right? So somebody, I think Simba actually spoke on broken clocks. So there's people out here, and I've spoken about broken clocks. So leadership. Who are you leading? Number one, who are you leading and who are you following? Who are you following? Right? Because everyone says they don't want to, even ladies, I'm going to say this to y'all specifically. You say you don't want to, you say, and I'll get to the brothers too, you don't want a leader. I mean, or you don't want to follow, you don't want to follow nobody, but you're following these people you shouldn't be following. You don't want to follow no man, but you'll follow women who don't want you to have a man. Right, so this is the view, and we're gonna move on because we're a little over time. We're gonna move on, but let me bring up this viewer submitted topic right here. Viewer submitted topic. This actually came in from Simba. So Simba had a post and he says, "Shak, you should talk about this. Do y'all want advice from a pick me or somebody who ain't been picked? Do you want advice from someone who's been picked or someone who hasn't been picked? You want to listen to a wife? You want to listen to someone in a long-term relationship? You want to listen to someone who's in a good situation, or you want to listen to someone who nobody trying to fuck with?" That's the question that Simba posted. Right? You said a narcissist, bruh, every single, Jay, you need to tie your shoes, brother. A narcissist can lead, is egregiously inaccurate. Your mind is about to be blown once you go do some research, brother. Your mind is about to be blown once you go do some research. And you said you did, and this may be a trauma response, brother. I don't know, because you did say you've dealt with this personally. So I'm not knocking your experience at all, brother, because they out there, they exist. However, if you know, if you've experienced this, if you're aware, let me reread it. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay Murder. I apologize, brother. See, watch this. Watch this. What we speak about, accountability, Bizzle? Jay Murder, I apologize. Jay Murder says, even saying a narcissist can be led is egregiously inaccurate.
I have my glasses on, so.
Jay Murder, I apologize. That's on me. That's on me. Thank you for your patience, brother. So here's another one. Simba says, men take child advice from men that don't got no kids. Women take domestic advice from women that's still with the man that's boo-bopping on them. Oh, man. A life, every single president was. Or I'm sorry, every single president had characteristics of a life. Every leader that you enjoy or that you think is dope life had characteristics of what y'all call a narcissist. Right? But no, Christina, no, that's not my understanding. Bizzle, was that your understanding? I see women calling pick-me's women who are married. I see married women being called pick-me's. I see women who are actually in committed relationships being called pick-me's.
Yeah.
Not the other. Am I misreading that, Christina? Usually a pick-me has not been picked. They say things they think will get them picked. That's not what I'm seeing. Am I out of place on that?
It can be looked at either way, but I understand. I mean, if we're as men reading it one way.
No, I'm not even saying about saying. I'm not saying about what I'm reading. I'm saying about what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing. That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing. So again, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing women who don't have a man calling women who do have men who are telling them or who are pro men, right? Being pro men and saying, hey, you know, men like this, or you should do this, because I'm even seeing that, right? Women who will say, hey, no, men don't like that. They like this. You're a pick-me. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing married women say, hey, you know, that ain't the wave. You're a pick-me. I'm seeing this. So I'm seeing, I spoke about this before, how the pick-me is being used is a derogatory statement to women who have been chosen. I've said this before, and this is without Simba's post. Right, so I'm speaking. So that's what I'm speaking about, Christina. So I'm not negating what you're saying. I'm sure there is, you know, if you're saying it's viewed like that, I'm going to take your word as viewed like that. I'm not going to fight that. However, I'm saying, from my experience, from what I'm seeing, even from Deanna, I'm seeing Deanna being called a pick me. And she's a life coach and a married woman, and they're calling her a pick me because she's saying, hey, you know, my husband is A, B, and C. You know what I mean? My husband does X, Y, and Z. I do LMNOP, and that's it. And they like, oh, that's pick me shit. You're a gold digger in the pick me. She's like, no, I'm taking care of my damn kids and my husband and my household. The fuck? He you know what I mean? He works. And so this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm seeing. However, again, I do take Christina's point into account. Right? I do take that into consideration. ATA is going back to what I said. You got to vet them. If you're following somebody, you got to, you know, unless you just sign into you just joined this job, but your supervisor is who your supervisor is, right? However, for a relationship, this is how many places you get to pick your leader. Ooh, come on, Shaka. Come on, Shaka. Hold on. How many? Come on, hold on. Because y'all playing with me now. Hold on. How many places do you get to choose your leader? How many situations do you get to? You ain't choose your fucking father. You ain't choose your father. Stop playing with him, Shaka. Don't do that, Shaka. You ain't choose your father, yo. You get to pick. You get to pick. You get to decide who your husband is, who your leader is. If you say you want a man to be a leader, you want your husband to be the leader. You get to sign on to that willingly. You get to vet that and say yay or nay. You get to. So because when he asks you that question, you get to say yes or no. Come on, yo. Where else do you get that? Bizzle, do you get it in the church?
Not at all.
You don't get that in your church. Did you get that in your job?
Hell no.
No. You don't, and then as I stated, you don't get to decide who your father is. But you get to decide who your husband is. You get to decide who your husband is. If I'm tripping, tell me to tie my shoes. If I'm tripping, tell me to tie my shoes, y'all. You want to talk about power? You want to talk about empowerment? We gonna play some music, y'all. I put that food for thought in the room to thaw. Y'all do what y'all will with it. And you get to decide who your baby father is. Simba, leave him the fuck alone. Leave him alone, Simba. Leave him alone. Because we're going to talk about empowerment on the next Jiffy. So you want to talk about empowerment. You want to talk about power. You want to talk about positioning. You want to talk about leverage. Y'all playing yourselves short. Anyone who doesn't think listen, Amistad can happen. Give us free can happen. So if you think not being a good leader is the dope way to go, there can be a mutiny. So again, you also have that power. A leader can't lead if ain't nobody there. A leader of what? Of one? A leader of one? So without a dope follower, you're not a dope leader. Without dope followers, you're not a dope leader. Right? What could again, as dope as the coach is, he still need that personnel. As dope as Jordan was, as dope as Kobe was, they still needed Phil. So it's this symbiotic relationship that you should not be disrespecting either or. You got to pick which one you're going to be doing though. Phil couldn't get on the fucking court and do what Jordan was doing. He couldn't do what Kobe was doing. He couldn't do what Shaq was doing, right? You got to respect that. You got to respect that. You got to respect, but damn, I ain't have a ring till I got with Phil. I ain't have a ring. I was just out here fucking dribbling and shooting and playing and hoping. Now I got with Phil, I got a fucking ring. So you decide in that analogy what the fucking ring is. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't even try, y'all. I swear to God, I don't even try. Player to Spread is coming up, man. If you want to join the broadcast, the link is in the description. You can join the broadcast. You can chop it up with me. We got songs to play. Hopefully, we got no songs to spray. However, I make no promises. It's not what I'm here for. Shaka Value Radio, y'all. Player to Spray is coming up in a heartbeat. So get yourself ready. I got to get another year to get like because I'm not enough for the year. So stand by. Here we go, y'all. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the drill. 1 for play, 2 for spray. I haven't listened to the songs. I'm going to hear them when y'all hear them. All right? Send me music at shakvaluemedia@gmail.com. Y'all ready? Put your ears on, people. Let's see what we're going with. Let's go with this first. Let's rock out with, I don't know the song, but I know the artist. So let's go with Bob.
Fuck! Will you shut the fuck up? All of you!
All of you.
Nobody fucking listens. Sit down. Now you're gonna listen. Huh? You know what you're doing?
It's Royale.
Bitch.
Check it.
Point finger.
From the streets where the heat sweltering. Open my closet and see skeletons. I'm Tom Montana in the sand trying to peep pelicans. State facts with the rap, I'm like Max Kellerman. The punches and the hooks tight. Niggas just talk a good fight. This what it look like, the book flights. be in that limo hanging ice out the window on like Suge Knight. You can't be honest, bitches chasing the anaconda, trips to Benihana's. They hand me they panty liners. The armed sniper, ciphers like bonfires. They sit around and watch me cook, giving me pounds of oppie looks. Plan to let go, they can't stand the span of the manifesto. Niggas scramble to plan when they can't possess you. When Bowels of Weed was getting money out the streets, we was playing for the smoke like Turkey Al-Rashid. Jeez, check your mans for the weapons plan. Was told that death comes in threes, you should focus on the second hand. Damn.
What'd you do? I don't know what you're talking about. That's my brother right there. What'd you do to get him so cranked up, huh? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know? How about now? Chill. Hey, don't fucking tell me to chill. That's enough. What'd you do? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No?
I smack your hands like my grandson, Lil Legend. Except you a peasant. You so tough, I come around, you turn pleasant. Delicate and flower-like. Not the type to fight on steamer blower. You up the witness to Jehovah, nigga. Told you I'm the seed of Noah. Mighty, the mean one. What? My family by any means, I leave none. Nah, my animals do what I say and move when I move. I beg I can bring it to you, my nigga. Head to shoe, I'm going overtime. What? Cover your plate when the soldier died. Work hours 1 to 9. Call me that. Bob, please let me hurt him. Let me send him to you so you can serve him almighty shit. Straight from the mouth of the gutter. And told by my mother, you bury these motherfuckers. Yo, man, it's all about your sister and your brother. Everybody else out there, fuck a nigga.
Listen to me. We're coming back in a week. If you're fucking here, then this is happening again. Let's go. We're done.
All right. Shout out to Lovely Lay in the building. All right. Something I wanted to touch on before that I didn't touch on. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe another time. All right, y'all liking that song? That was J Royale featuring Raph the Almighty. J Royale featuring Raph the Almighty, and they call that Lord of the Flies, and that was produced by Pete Twist. All right, shout out to J Royale. All right, let's keep moving, y'all. And again, you can find J Royale and Raph Almighty on all platforms. If you want to join the broadcast, the link is in the description. Please come on and you can voice your opinion about the song, about the topic, whatever. I'm giving a free fall invitation. The link is in the description. All right. Let's go with this right here.
Where are you today? Do you know your way? Where are you today? Do you know your way?
The guard rip mics and spit flames, level up underground like Mario. I'm shipping and they Barito, the writing ain't the same. Flow coded in Canada winners, over beats bad Uber Eats drivers, you never deliver. Your rhymes under season, nigga, Caucasian dinners, creatively classic cinema. Get this shit out, that's enemas. While these whack rappers go pop and lyrically flop, bars are barbed wire, you won't survive off top. Emasculate you like Will Smith at the red table talk. Smack rappers harder than Chris Rock, rock mics to the end. Spit lyrics in the language of Atlantean dolphins, illest with the pen. Walk through solid matter and talk to gins. It's true I come through, cause supreme beats bump more than a packed venue. And still these niggas stay with words out the side of their mouth. Neck tattoos, blessed by the gods. This mic you can't hold. Beast mode, verses out of control. Quickly kill their garbage flows, then dance while I sweep up the trash like Turbo. Yo.
I remember. Ooh, please stay. Do
nigga. Where are you today? Do you know your way?
Yo, I come from the home of gunfire, workers and suppliers. Now my city known as the home of the riot. Ain't nobody on the throne, hella niggas dying. HBO let the world know we made a profit, but it's still violence. Gun spray everywhere, niggas aim anywhere, and nobody really care. They try and stack they bread and get out of here. Scared a nigga gon' slit your shit from ear to ear. It's real hood here, but I feel good here. Foot planted, I ride on you like Goodyear. If you gotta go, you better cry a good tear. Plenty of niggas wasting all of their good years. What that means is this nigga with that beam will clap things, he trying to get that cream. Plenty of these streets you shouldn't roam alone, but these streets is me and this is my home. Yo, the children of the future, but it starts with us. Nigga only 12 rolling up a chocolate Dutch, hurting from stress. Little man, no middleman, a soldier's heart in a child chest. Couldn't do right, so homie made a wild left. Eating way too much for Reader's Digest. He cannot stop the press, trying to get profit. You trying to stop it, you die from the Loch Ness.
Please say, I remember. Please say, do you still love me?
Where are you today? Do you know your way? Where are you today? Do you know your way?
Barefoot Jesus on beaches, carry rappers, we truth seekers, mic teachers, leaving prints for time and foot fetish rhyming, walk the path with divinest, soul shining the livest, stepped in the game with Shaq sizes, God spoke, lyrics so dope it get them higher than falsetto notes, poet, visual, pivotal on instrumentals, original bar masters, sketch the text to make them hold their breath till they blue in the face, that's whack rappers, it feels like hip hop is on fire, Lauren said music is supposed to inspire, fuck writer's block, we write on the block like graffiti writers, legacy, meaning the spirit and the lyrics will last, reflect eternally in them blast. Rappers are skeletons, writing no longer relevant to the game they dreams cast. I'm Moses staff, mixed with Raz Kaz and literary jazz. Boom bap defibrillators, speaking breath from tragic IVs, TVs, breathe static, sporadic, we damage the rest. Problematic or automatic, organic, panoramic sight, undefeated and come back as a boom bap Jesus Christ. Wearing Adidas in the next life, know your way.
I remember. Please stay. Do you still love me? Please stay. I remember.
Do you know your way? Where are you today? Do you know your way?
All right. Simba's a funny boy. All right. Talk to me, chat. I seen a bunch of ones. I seen some early ones. I see some twos. Well, I see 1, 2. I was all right with that song. I was all right. I'll give more commentary depending on what happens to it. So far, it seems like y'all feeling the song though. What's the final vote? Come on, y'all. Let's go. What we doing? That's another one. All right. I was, you know what? I was okay with the song, man. I could have did without the last verse though. The song was like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Like I had time to go find where my blunts was, split it, rolled it, and I could have lit it. I just, sitting here talking to y'all, but that was a long ass song, especially with the tempo. However, is getting played. That was Supreme Leviathan. I guess that's another alter ego of Lyrical Leviathan, aka is it Thelonious Coltrane, Slangston Hughes, Hip Hop Chicken. I don't know. Yeah. So, and what do he call that? Oh, and he also, that was Hawk Spitter with him, and that was Chelsea Monet as well. All right. Hey, my condolences, life. My condolences. Let's keep moving, y'all. Let's go with, we did Jay. So it started with, man, then we got Jay. Let's go with this right. Cheer.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause right now it's all I got. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I could use divine intervention. So keep me in your mind for a moment of your time. Say a prayer for me.
Hey yo, I've seen the top and I've seen rock bottom. All my teachers popped off, they said that boy's gonna be a problem, yeah. Yo, I got anger issues, illegal pistols, I have no faith in God. Blow that in the tissue, cause every day I wake up, the devil's knocking on my door. If I don't sleep and stay up, he's talking through the walls. I done been through so much, yo, I done been through wars. Yo, I've been stabbed in the back, but it bent they swords. Hey yo, I walk these streets alone, I'm from the dungeon. When I do make it, they gon' know I made it from nothing. I'm self-destructing all the bullshit I've been through, and God don't answer my prayers, so I'ma need you too.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause right now it's all I got. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I could use divine intervention.
Yeah.
So keep me in your mind for a moment at a time. Say a prayer for me. Say a prayer, say
hey yo,
a prayer,
I saw my brother get shot by the cops. I know I heard her. About 14 shots at close range, that's murder. I watched the video on the media plug. The cop was never charged, a case was swept under the rug. There's no justice. I got a gun on my waist every time that you see me in public, cause I don't trust this world that we live in, so I'ma bust this gun every time I feel threatened. Hey yo, I walk these streets alone, I'm from the dungeon. When I do make it, they gon' know I made it from nothing. I'm self-destructing all the bullshit I've been through, and God don't answer my prayers, so I'ma need you too.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause right now it's all I got. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I can use divine intervention. So keep me in your mind for a moment of your time. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, say a prayer for me.
All right, let's go. Player to spray. 1 for play, 2 for spray. The chat is talking, about to make the decision. Some people said it got some Ed Sheeran vibes, some M vibes. We got people who like it, some people who don't like it. The song is fighting right now. Let's go, people. We need the votes to come in. I wasn't mad at it. Yo said I got anger issues. I'm like, yeah, nah, he probably do got anger issues. He probably do got anger issues. He said it, I believe him. I could feel that though. I definitely could feel the intentionality and the emotions of that song. Definitely could feel that. What we doing, people? Good brother Ed said he going with it. What we doing? Talk to me, people. Let's see. One-ish. Now, hey, come on, right? Come on. Come on, Simba. Come on, Simba. All right, so what's the move? What we doing with this, y'all? What's the final count? We got to wrap up. What's the final count? Duchess, what's the final count? This song getting played or sprayed? 6 plays, 5 sprays. All right, let's go rock. Let's go rock. This song was that was Tate Anthol. He calls that prayer. All right, he calls that prayer. And Kimmy says, 1. Turn down the vocals and leave the ad-libs. 1, but turn the vocals and the libs. And hold it. Turn down the vocals and leave the ad-libs. Add if the hook so I don't know what's going on with that. But adjust your levels, nigga. All right. Christina said this episode will be a part of his next song if it don't get played. They ain't play me on Shaka Value. So I bust my guns. When I see Shaka Pitts, he better run. Hey, good brother. I don't make the news. I just read the paper. Relax. That wasn't me. That was Red Room. Yo. The vocal definitely was turned down. The vocal was on 0. The compressor quit. Like compressor quit on the intro. Like I'm out, yo. I'm out. Yo. I told y'all I believe him, yo. Hey, yo. Shout out to Tate, y'all. Tate Anthol, y'all. All right, let's keep moving, y'all. Shaka Value Radio, man. Remember where y'all hearing this stuff at, man. Stop playing around, man. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all got me, man. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's do this. Let's go with this right here. Let's go, y'all. World premiere, Shaka Value Radio. Let's get it. Bong.
I don't give a fuck. Hey, Lay, tell Pop don't be mad at me. I don't give a fuck. Taking over the whole state in 6 minutes flat. They said when you lead a race, don't let them get it back. A couple niggas had the spot, look what they did with that. Number 1 up on top, you can't live with that. Zone, I be with the guys, got a shooter from Tulsa and his favorite player Shot. All he wanted season tickets and I know that he gon' slide. Ballin' all season, BBS don't need a bomb. If she call me Bobby, shoot up, she go down kudos. I'm in the field, Pujols, same day 2 shows. Money told Manuvo, new gun Cooper. Went to court, never told a lawyer, know the loophole. I'll be strapped for forever, y'all niggas get it together. If there's problems with you and him, y'all can get it together. Niggas been moving stupid, but us men moving clever. Ask your bitches about me, they tell you I do it better. I'm just switching the pace up, I tell her Dominic can base. She always call me a player, I get it straight, no chase. This man came with a laser, see I'm 100. It ain't on 1, and my pockets grody big punting. I will pull up on your block, circle back and we dump it. It's gonna sound like it's thunder, and it won't be no pumping. Like I don't give a fuck. Yeah, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Getting all this money right now, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'ma be outside doing all my motherfucking shit, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Hey, I'ma do my motherfucking thing, super soft. I've been on another level, no I'm not cooling off. Everybody wants smoke till they know the tool involved. Ain't no fucking back and forth, I'm coming out shooting y'all. Nigga, this the Super Bowl, VBS 2-0. I've been talking mad crazy, you and you a hoe. Shorty hit my line, talking heavy, I know you a go. Gotta hit the button, now I'm out of space UFO. Nigga, this ain't ET, but if I lift a finger, it get wicked, you be gone. Born in December, and my mama name is Sean. Snakes in the grass, I just gotta cut the lawn. Hey, it's my turn, carry on. Hey, Doc, go and get the Audemars. Life short, you know me and you can go to more. Smoking grass in the crib, reading all the war. Coming shot right, we got everything like talking boy. Everything's getting crucial. Niggas ain't like me for a minute and it's mutual. Got a crazy nickname, nigga, and it suit you. Dig 705, motherfucker, God rebuke you. I'm just taking off my hoodie, walking in this bitch, they ain't like me, what was goody? I'm just stepping on your couches and I'm turning off your TV. Heard y'all ain't like me while I'm here, come and see me. I'm the king up in this motherfucker. Me and the logo got a ring up in this motherfucker. I'm the king up in this motherfucker. Me and the logo got a ring up in this motherfucker. Hey, it's getting kinda scary, they all know LeBron, but forgot about Jay. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Fuck.
All right. A lot of energy in that song, yo. A lot of energy in that song. What we doing? What we doing, family? What we doing? Talk to me. Yeah, I heard the tag in the beginning, so yeah. What we doing? It looked like most of y'all feeling this. What's the count, family? What's the count? Simba got some critiques. Quiet Storm feeling it. Christina feeling it. Life said run it back. Life want to run it back just for the intro. Life want to run it back just for the intro. You know what, Life?
I don't give a fuck. Hey, Lay, tell Pop don't be mad at me. I don't give a fuck. Taking over the.
There you go, Life. Even though he said Lay, but there you go, Life. That was Lovely Lay on the beach, y'all. And that was Diggs, I believe. They call that DJ AF. All right. So that was Lovely Lay on the beat featuring Diggs, and they call that DGAF. All right. So yeah, we gonna keep moving, yo. Shout out to Lovely Lay. Y'all already know how I feel about Lay, man. Stop playing. I know her, yo. Here we go. Play the spray. Next Jiffy is this. Where we at? Who we missing? Let's go. Let's go with y'all.
Chasing and living gated communities where gunshots never fall. Makes me wanna ball. I done seen things that leave men scars on my back's against the wall. My motivation, these niggas don't know about it. My motivation, these niggas don't know about me. Don't know me, nah, don't know me, nah, don't know me, nah, don't know me. Please, Lord, forgive me, I don't know what I'm in for. Please, Lord, I just play the cards on the game board. I'm locked in. What you playing if you ain't playing for the win? Yeah. I done got used to the fast lane. I hope I don't crash right now. Cause I done got used to the flash right now. And mama said she need the cash right now. There's no going back now, going back now. up while the black guy nah, 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 nah. You don't know, I don't know. Please, Lord, forgive me, I don't know what I'm in for. Please, Lord, I just play the cards on the game board. I'm locked in, what you planning if you ain't playing for the win, yeah, yeah. I done got used to the fast lane, I hope I don't crash right here. Cause I done got used to the flash right now. Please, Lord, I did it cause you know I got a big heart. Please, Lord, tell me so I know what I'm made for.
Okay. Let's see. All right. How y'all feeling about this song? Now, it's a nice little chill vibe, Jiffy. I like that. I like that. It seemed like y'all like that too. That was Tyrant, y'all. That was young brother Tyrant, man. Shout out to him. I've known him since he was a fucking a whole baby, yo. Shout out to him. He's a whole grown man making dope music. So yeah. Shout out to Tyrant, man. He calls that conception. And he's had a lot of songs on this show. Not a lot. He's had at least 4 songs or 3 or 4 songs on the show. This is by far the best received song that he's had. And I like this song the best so far. So that he's yeah. Shout out to Life to Oracle being hip to who Tyrant is. Shout out to him. Shout out to his moms too. Good sister. Shout out to her husband as well. Yeah, right. Now, Conception with the sonogram heartbeat, that was nice. That was nice. Again, shout out to Tyrant, man. Let's keep moving. We having some nice yeahs with the yeahs. So let's keep the yeahs, yeah. Like, yeah. Man, we did late. We did. All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Yo. Listen. Yeah. Listen.
Damn, this beat is lovely, lady.
Been taking back power with every breath and getting my groove back with every step. Now they tapping and they wanna know what's next. Speaking the truth, ain't that's the biggest flex. Been taking back power with every breath and getting my groove back with every step. Now they tapping and they wanna know what's next. Speaking the truth, ain't that's the biggest flex. Been through some windy roads and some dark times. Been the most slept on in this hard grind. Nothing came easy, still knew it was mine. No time to half step and I don't see decline. Can't wait up, I'm eating, gotta get my weight up. Hating on me? Quick way to get your face stuck on stupid. See, life will take the track and alley-oop it. Crossover while you carrying delusions. I'm improving, steady, shaking and moving. Dodging opposition like juvies. Dodge truancy. You couldn't see the proof in me on loose leaf. My blues will leave you clues. Heavy, I let the art speak. Not Van Gogh, but I could go the distance. My shadows are shame, they slipping. Breaking like China dishes. Wishing bad on me, only make you some type of fool. Juju that'll bounce boomerang and it go back to you. Taking back power with every breath and getting my groove back with every step. Now they tapping and they wanna know what's next. Speaking the truth, ain't that's the biggest flex. Been taking back power with every breath and getting my groove back with every step. Now they tapping and they wanna know what's next. Speaking the truth, ain't that's the biggest flex. Yo, instinct leads me to another flow. 1-2 step like Sierra Rocker show. They say the more you read, the more you know. More power moves for accumulating dough. Wanted an escrow. The nose became seeds. The pain made me grow. Crow's eye view, I see the dead weight below. The beats became seasoned ways to make your shorties dip it low, so they could tip some more. Big dreams in a cruddy city. Talking knowledge, so couldn't even pay niggas to keep up with me. You'll never make it with the image you have. You not naked. Plus the industry tactics is a backstab. Gotta have thick skin and a big ass. Cookie cutter, sex sells. Oh well, you never did the math. We all the same. Well, that's the biggest laugh. Give me generational wealth over fans lining for autographs. Taking back power with every breath and getting my groove back with every step. Now they tapping and they wanna know what's next. Speaking the truth, that's the biggest flex. Been taking back power with every breath and getting my groove back with every step. Now they tapping and they wanna know what's next. Speaking the truth, that's the biggest flex. Nah, 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 nah. I'm grateful, so grateful. So grateful, na 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 na. I'm grateful, so grateful, so grateful.
You know, I say I don't make the news. I just read the paper. Well, sometimes there's a byline in there. Shout out Lovely Lay, man. Shout out to good brother Ed Bond. Shout out to the whole movement. That was Life to Oracle and Lovely Lay on production, and Life calls that big flex or biggest flex, the biggest flex. Life calls that the biggest flex. All right. Nah, listen, I can hear some. So when I'm listening to that song, I'm feeling like, you know, that Shea Noir feel. And that's a good thing. Because if you get me into the vibe of people that I fuck with, you're doing some good shit. You're doing some good shit. Good job, ladies. Good job. Don't take my word for it. The chat told you. That's what it is. That's what it is. And Kimmy, I plugged you into Lay's IG. Go ahead and do your due diligence, sister. All right. And again, shout out to Lovely Lay and shout out to Life for collabing. That was a Shaka Value exclusive. Actually, the last two Jiffies we played from Lovely Lay were exclusives to Shaka Value, I believe. And the last one was a collab that happened because of Shaka Value Radio. These two dope artists met on this platform, and here we are. Here we are. You know what I mean? No, of course, Lay. Like, of course, you deserve it, sis. And yeah. Save a little space on your wall, like between the plaques for a picture of us and shit. Be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let's keep it moving, man. Here we go. Shaka Value Radio, y'all. Put your ears on.
Millionaire in the making. Y'all niggas think this shit is a game or something? Keep giving y'all niggas these hits, whether you listening or not. I don't give a fuck. Testing 1 2. Yeah, turn that shit up a little bit more. Looks like you lost it. You niggas is glitchy, laggy. Just got a new girl, she a baddie. Bought a new whip, this shit is classic. Don't swerve in my lane, can't pass me. Switching and shifting gears like magic. Still ballin' like Jordan, Magic. Still going hold on, wait, don't panic. I don't think I'm from this planet. Flow so hot, you gon' have to fan it. Shit so hard, man, I'm causing damage. Got niggas fiending, causing addicts. You can hear this on a tablet. New level, new flow, different status. We headed to the top of Imagine. On the red carpet, yeah, Aladdin. New sound, niggas like, yo, what's happening? I don't need no practice. Fucking with a nigga like me. 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 Gon' have you up. Fucking with a nigga like me. Fucking with a nigga like me. Gon' have you up. Wondering how I wanted in. Doing music how I want. This is not pretend. I'm fortunate. They took me right out the house to the orphanage. Riding around getting tatted. Stiff shit wasn't in the cars. Had an automatic. Hopped in the pussy like a rabbit. Diamonds is a girl best friend, so I stuck it with a carrot. Smell like new leather. New leather. You smell the new leather. Fucking with anything like me. Yo. The fact that y'all know who it is hilarious. The fact y'all, yo, come on, let's go. Let's get that Simba Scotty Black collabo, yo. let's get that Simba Scotty Black collabo, yo. Oh, yo, Scotty, you gotta turn the second and third verse up or whatever. Because the volume's dipped on that. However, the vibe was still there. But you got to do something with them levels, Scotty. All right. Got to do something with them levels. But yeah. So listen, man. We had no sprays tonight, y'all. No sprays tonight. We had Scotty Black, Life the Oracle, Tyrant, Tate Anthol, Lovely Lay, and Diggs, J Royale, and Raft Almighty, Supreme Leviathan, Chelsea, was it Chelsea Monroe? Yeah, Chelsea Monet and Hawk Spitter. And dope show, y'all. Dope show. No sprays tonight. Yo, New Money say he needs Scotty on the hook. Listen, Scotty be on those hooks, yo. Listen. Oh man, yo, y'all listen. The collabing, yo, that's come on, man. Local to global, baby. That's how we do it. Y'all Voltron this shit, artists. Community, y'all Voltron this shit. All right. Myra, how you doing?
Nah, his beat selection be on point too. Good job, Scotty. Because that beat was definitely a banger. So listen, I got music late in the day, so I do have music. If you send me music late, Amadei the Apostle, I got you. Lou Boogie, I got you next week. We got more music in the stash for next week from Tate Anthor. We got some more music from him, and we still got more room for y'all. So please send me a label MP3 or YouTube link to shakvaluemedia@gmail.com. All right, shakvaluemedia@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Please let me say this. Shout out to Lovely Lay. Every time Lay's on the show, she shares the platform. Every single time, she evangelizes where her music's going to be. I would greatly appreciate it if all you artists evangelize where your music is going to be aired. Right? So shout out to Lovely Lay for doing that. I would appreciate it if everyone else did that as well. You know, she posts, she tags me, she asks me the stories. You know, I keep telling y'all we're a symbiotic relationship, and we got to act accordingly. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I will see y'all next week. Scotty, keep up the good work. Y'all be safe. In the meantime, between time, get that goddamn camera out my face.